Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing don't really know what to call it, products that I think are underrated. So many people have done this type of video, but I think I first saw it done by Julia Mazzucato here on YouTube. I talk about her all the time. I love her. And it's just products that I have in my collection that I think deserve more attention for whatever reason. I have a whole spread here in front of me. I'm going to give swatches on most of the products, show you close-ups, and explain why I think more people should be in love with these products, because honestly most of these products are things that I swear by, that I think are so good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Before I do though, I want to say sorry if you hear any background noise. My boyfriend is like basically right here on the other side of this wall and he's playing video games, so he most likely will start screaming at some point. I'll show you a special guest. Featuring a special guest, Corey Blue, who does not want to be in my video. He does not want this. My angel. It's an angel kitty. That was rude. Can you slap me in the mouth? That's pretty rude, bud. I'll put you down. I want to do this in the order that I would put it on my face. So I am going to start with eyeshadow. I have two palettes that I want to talk about today. Both of them are known palettes, but I don't think they get as much credit as I think that they should. The first one that I want to talk about is the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. Now, we all know this palette, we've all seen this palette, most of us probably have this palette, but it does not get as much credit as I think it should. This is such a beautiful palette. I use this all the time. I love pink eyeshadow. I think it just really makes my eyes pop. So whenever I want something that's more pink, this is the palette that I will go for. It's cute. It's cute. You're cute. I'm cute. Kona's cute. No, I was talking to Kona actually. Sorry.
Stealing him.
We obviously all know the Urban Decay eyeshadow formula. The Urban Decay Naked Palette eyeshadow formula. I really think that it started getting better with the Naked Heat. This came out after Naked Heat, and I just really enjoy this palette, and I think more people should enjoy it as much as I do. The second palette that I want to talk about is another palette that is definitely known, but I just think it should be shown a little bit more love, and that is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes eyeshadow palette. This palette was kind of in the, I mean, like, Too Faced is still kind of trying to do their whole peach thing, but I feel like they released their first peach eyeshadow palette and it was good and I had it, and then I ended up giving it to my sister. And then this came out and I did not think that I would enjoy it as much as I do, but something about it is just so perfect. Like, I feel like it has every matte shade that personally I would want. If I have a single eyeshadow that's really shimmery, like a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, this is one of the palettes that I will usually reach for to pair with a single sparkly shadow, and I just think the colors are so nice. I'm gonna swatch a few. So this is a matte palette, but some of the shades, they have like almost a, not shimmer to them, but they have something in it that makes it look just more alive. Like this last shade that I just swatched right here, this shade right here at the bottom, it's the shade Peach Sangria, and it has just the slightest bit of something in it, and I think it just makes the shadows look so good on the eye. We have Fresh Picked, Peach Tea, and Peach Sangria. Next, I think I'm going to move on to the eyebrow product that I have. So the eyebrow product that I wanted to feature in this video is the Rimmel Brow This Way Brow Styling Gel with Argan Oil. The shade that I have is medium brown, and this is just a really good eyebrow gel. I had never heard anyone talk about this, but I'm pretty sure I picked this up in Walmart one day. It was like in the clearance section at Walmart, and I was looking for a new tinted brow gel, and I was like, well, perfect. I'll just grab this. The brush is one of those really small brushes, but I find that it clings to every hair and gives a nice amount of tint to my eyebrows, and it doesn't smear on my skin around my eyebrows, which I find that a lot of other brow gels do, but this one, it really doesn't, and it doesn't like flake. I've also found with some tinted brow gels that they can like flake around my eyebrows, and that really bothers me, like more than a mascara flaking. So I wanted to give a little shout out to this little guy. The next product I want to talk about is an eyeliner. When I first started watching YouTube, one of the first people that I started watching was Kathleen Lights, and she used to rave about this eyeliner. This is the NYX Très Jolie eyeliner. I'm pretty sure I said that very wrong. It is in French, and it looks like this, and I just have the shade Pitch Black, and it is such a good eyeliner. I really like to use this in my waterline because it applies very dark and very black, and then it does not move. That is one of my biggest makeup pet peeves, is when I put a eyeliner either to tightline or in my waterline, and then it will like bleed out the sides of my eye, and I cannot stand it. I don't know why, but this one doesn't. It has a little twisty thingy, and it just applies so nice. It's so black, and it does not move. I do not like using this on my lash line to smudge it, like on my upper lash line to smudge it out to have like a smoky liner, because I find that it sets so quickly that I don't have any time to really smudge it out. But it is so good for the waterline, and I highly recommend this eyeliner. Now I'm going to talk about foundation. So I have two foundations that I want to talk about. One is more of like a tinted moisturizer type product, and then the other one is an actual foundation. So the first foundation is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. I have the shade 250, and I think this is a beautiful foundation. The only person who I've ever really heard talk about this is I Love Sarai here on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure the content that she made with this was sponsored. Don't quote me on that. I just kind of got the vibe she had like an extended sponsorship with Revlon, so I don't actually know if she actually liked this, but she did talk about it for a while. But I think personally this is a really great foundation. It gives you a really nice skin-like finish. I would say it's a medium coverage, but you can definitely build it up, and typically I like to wear it more light to medium coverage. I have a lot of scarring on my cheeks, so I like to build up a little bit of coverage there, and I just find it's so perfect for that, and it just wears really well, and it's a really nice foundation. And the next product that I want to talk about is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. So it is a skin tint, but it has hyaluronic acid in it, and this is actually one of the best color matches that I have ever found in my entire life. I bought this from Good Ol' Meyer, and when I was in the store trying to figure out what my color was, I actually was with my boyfriend, and I like put it on my hand, and I was like, where'd it go? It just like blended right in. But I'm actually wearing this on my skin today. And while it is a skin tint, it definitely gives you a little bit of coverage. It's not as light as, say, like your Glossier skin tint, but it's less coverage than this foundation because it's not a foundation. I just really enjoy it, and it's so easy to apply and blend out. I like to use a brush with this and a beauty blender with this, and I love applying this because it's actually a little wand. And I know this is so unsanitary, but you know, it just gives me the most beautiful light coverage. It's very glowy, very luminous, and I really, really, really enjoy it. So the next product is a concealer, and it is actually one of the products that made me want to film this video, and it is the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer. This is actually just a little bit tiny bit too dark for me right now, which I actually think is kind of funny because In the summer, which is when I first bought this, this was the only concealer I was using. In the summer, I don't really wear foundation. I'll just use concealer and spot conceal as needed for almost every single look. And this concealer was a beautiful color match for me. It's very skin-like again, but it does give you coverage. It's so smooth to apply and very creamy, but it's so lightweight and it doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin when I apply this. I did use it under my under eyes, I used it all over my face, and it was just such a good application, and I loved using this. Right now it is a little bit too golden. I don't even want to say dark, I just feel like it's a little bit too golden for where my skin tone is at right now. But in the summer, I am definitely going to be using this all the time again because I love this concealer. So this is definitely something that is slept on, one of the best e.l.f. products I've ever used, and I think everybody should run out and get it right this second. Unless you're in quarantine, actually don't run out and get it, maybe order online because, you know, coronavirus. So the next thing that I would do in my makeup routine is apply powder. So I have two powders that I want to talk about today. The first one, brand and the type of product that everybody used to love, used to rave about, oh my gosh, it had to have been like in 2011 or something, and that is the Ben Nye colorless powder. This one that I have is a translucent one. I know that everybody used to rave about the Ben Nye banana powder. This is from the same, it's the same product but in a different color. This powder is so white and it honestly almost has like a blue tint to it, and I don't know if there actually is one in it or if I'm just crazy. And I love using this right under my eyes. I'm not a big fan of applying this all over my face. There's been times where I've applied it all over my face and I've been like, wow, my skin looks really ashy. Choking. And it is such a lightweight powder, and when I apply it on my under eyes, it does not feel like there is anything on my face. It is so lightweight, it blends out to nothing. And I think it is such a beautiful powder. And I truly, when I say that I use it on my under eyes, I mean I literally use it only right here. And I think it is so good because it has like what to me seems like a blue tint. How many times do you think I'm gonna say I think that this powder has a blue tint? I don't know, probably a few more. Because of the blue tint, I feel like it brightens my under eyes really well, and that is also something that I enjoy and kind of look for in a loose powder. And then the other powder that I want to talk about, I actually got in last month's BoxyCharm, and it is the Ciate Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. This powder is very similar to this powder, except with this one, I feel like it doesn't have the blue tint to it. But other than that, it seems to me like they are exactly the same. This one is coconut scented, but I don't feel like it irritates the skin like a lot of products with coconut in it does, and maybe that's because it's a finishing powder and like you put it on top of like foundation, primer, concealer, and it just doesn't have the ability to sink in and irritate the skin. But I think this is a beautiful powder. It has a very light coconut scent, which I really enjoy. And it, again, just like the Ben Nye powder, applies and blends into nothing. It is super lightweight, super beautiful, and I just really enjoy both of those powders, and I think both of them should be talked about more. The next product that I want to talk about is the second product that really sold me on doing this video, and that is the Smashbox Superfan Fanned Out Mascara. I have a little trial size that I got in my Sephora Playbox like 2 months ago, I think, and it has just become my absolute favorite mascara. When I run out of this, I am 100% buying the full size because it is so perfect. It is everything that I could ever want in a mascara. The brush looks like this. It is a plastic brush, and I know that most people don't really like plastic brushes, but something about this just grips onto every single lash and just pulls it up and out and gives you so much length and so much volume, and you can build it up without your lashes getting clumpy, and it is such a good mascara. And I really truly want everybody to try this mascara and fall in love with it because I think it's worth it. It is the best mascara I've ever tried in my life. didn't have a bronzer that I wanted to talk about, but I do have a blush that I want to talk about. Now, the blush, I'm not saying the specific shade, even though the shade is beautiful, but this brand of blushes is absolutely gorgeous. I got this in an Ipsy probably around a year ago, and it is the Finding Ferdinand blush, and it is this little single blush, and this is in the shade Skinny Dip, and I think this is so gorgeous. It is such a beautiful shade. First of all, I'm not wearing it today. I don't know why I did that. But it is, like I said, a beautiful shade. But the formula on this is so nice. It is a matte blush, but it has that satin finish on the skin that makes it look like you are lit from within, healthy, glowy, and I definitely want to pick up more of these blushes from the Finding Ferdinand website and try out different shades because the formula has me sold. And then for highlights, I have two highlighters that I want to talk about, and the first one is the AOA Studio Velour highlighter. You can get these on the Shop Miss A website. I'm sure you've all heard of Shop Miss A. It is the website where all the makeup is $1 and 90% of it is really, really, really good makeup. And this is one of those products that I think it is amazing. It looks like this, but the cool thing about this highlight is that it's like squishy. It's like the mochi highlight trend thing, like, you know, like ColourPop, Super Shock formula type thing. It's not super squishy, but it definitely is squishy. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this. This highlight is just so good. First of all, oh, it's just the most beautiful glow. You can really build it up and make it super intense, or you can have it like this lit from within to just kind of glow, and I think it is so nice. The shade that I have is called Sometimes, and it's just a really nice highlighter. And then the second highlighter that I want to talk about, I actually have not had for that long, but I have completely fallen in love with it. I heard and saw a lot of people test this out when it first came out, but ever since then I haven't really seen that many people talk about it. And I don't know if people just didn't like it when it came out, but I am completely in love with this highlight, and that is the Milk Makeup Flex Highlighter in the shade Lit. Now, I say this specific shade because it is such a gorgeous champagne gold color, and I typically do like wearing gold highlights more than I like any sort of pink highlight, but something about this, it's very champagne-y, not completely gold, but it doesn't have like pink in it. And I find that you can apply this so that it's sheer and does give you that lit from within, or you can build it up just like the last highlight that I talked about. And it's just a really great highlight, and I think everybody should own this and love it. And then the very last category that I want to talk to you guys about today is lips. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about is a lip pencil formula, and these are the NYX wooden lip liners. I know they have a line of lip liners that are twist up, and I haven't tried those, and they might be better than these, but these are my favorite lip liners. I have more of these than I have of any other lip liner formula, and I just think they're so nice. I'm going to swatch all the shades that I have. These are all of my NYX lip liners swatched out, and I just love that formula a lot. I think it works for what I want them to do. Maybe there are better ones out on the market, but I think that this is a formula that more people should give a shot. I have a bullet lipstick that I want to talk about, and that is the Essence Long Lasting Lipstick. I used to have two shades, but one of them kind of snapped, so I had to get rid of it. But this formula is so beautiful. Now, it says that it is a long-lasting lipstick, that claim I don't really find to be true. I don't feel like it lasts that long because it is a creamier lipstick. It will fade, but it fades so nicely and it applies so well too. And this color in particular is the shade 7, and I think it is so nice. These are so creamy and smooth to apply. Let me just like, something about these lipsticks, every time I reach for this, I just get excited to apply it because it's so nice. I have a liquid lipstick formula that I want to talk about. I also got this in an Ipsy, I think almost a year ago now. And this is the Half Caked Lip Fondant, and this is the shade Girl Crush. Now, I really do love this color, and I truly think that everyone and their mother should have a good hot orange lipstick in their collection. But this formula is so nice. First of all, it smells like cupcakes, but second of all, it is a liquid lip, so it will dry down matte, but it is the most comfortable matte lipstick that I have ever tried in my entire life. I cannot think of something that even comes close to being this comfortable. Maybe the NYX soft matte lip creams, but this has so much more pigment to it than the NYX soft matte lip cream, so because of that, I think this formula is superior. And then the very last thing that I want to talk about is a lip gloss. I have 2 shades here, and these are the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Lip Gloss. I'm only going to be able to swatch one shade for you because on this applicator, it is very broken. But these lip glosses are so nice. Yes, they're plumping lip glosses, but they aren't so uncomfortable, and they don't feel like they're burning your lips off when you apply. It's just a very lightly tingly, like minty feeling, and they are just look so beautiful on the lips. I'm actually gonna put some on. They give you some of the juiciest, plumpest lips.
Yeah, my bad. I probably should have played this bitch.
And this shade right here is called Champagne Glam, and it is really gorgeous. And then I also have the shade Mocha Twist, but I do want to pick up the other shades in this line just because I think they are that amazing. So that is it for this video. Those are all the underrated makeup products that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that maybe you saw something that you liked and you think, maybe I want to give that a shot if Emily loves it that much. I truly love all the products that I featured in this video, and I use them all the time, so I just wanted to have a chance to rave about them. So if you did enjoy this video, you should like it and subscribe on your way out, and that's it. I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye.